Hello everybody, welcome to the Scandinavian School of Arts and Crafts. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a simple wooden treasure chest. It's a nice work for all of you beginners out there. Here we go. And to make this lovely treasure chest to happen, we need these following things. We're gonna need some board, a saw, a drilling machine, a hammer, one screw, some sanding paper, a plywood, a hardboard, some small wooden blocks, a pencil, a marking tool, a square, clamp, some nails, and some wood glue. And that's all. Now we're gonna get started. And these are the boards I was able to find from our wood storage. And now I have to first measure them and cut them in 4 smaller boards. You know, the size are like also in some other works we do here at Scandinavian School of Arts and Crafts. The size of the boards it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna make one kind of treasure chest with certain measurements, but you can do it whatever you like and what kind of boards you like. But I will show you how to do the sides of the treasure chest first. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna measure here. Maybe I should show it this way so you will be able to see. There's 15 centimeters there and there's the 0 point. I'm gonna put a little mark there. So this is 15 centimeters long. And then I'm gonna use the square tool. I'm gonna make a line there at the 15 centimeters mark. And then I'm gonna do the lines all around this board that I can cut it or saw it straight. And remember, when you use the square tool, remember not to have a gap here. Also, the plastic side have to be touching the wooden side there, and then you will be able to make those straight lines. And this is the first one, 15 centimeters long, and now I'm gonna saw it. I'm gonna cut it now. Sorry about the noise again. I'm gonna put it here and then I will start sewing. I will put the teeth of the saw straight on top of the line there, and I'm gonna make a couple of pulls toward myself, and I will try to saw it as straight as possible. Now I'm gonna imagine that I'm trying to erase these lines here that I have drawn. There we go. There's no marking lines there, and I'm gonna also try to cut it straight at this level here. Now let's get going. And remember not to bend it anyhow, and don't push it down. Just let the gravity do its work and just do the back and forth motion. And when it's almost loose, don't do those so big motions anymore. Just do the little motions, and so it won't crack. And here we go. Here we have the first board, 15 centimeters long, and now I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna maybe measure it like this. There's a 0 point over there. I'm gonna use 15 centimeters there, 0 point there. And once again, I'm gonna use the square tool. I will make sure that the handle here, the plastic handle, touches the wood. I'm gonna draw a line here. And another one here. Nope. Here we go. And the next one from there. And when I'm on the last level, the lines should meet once again. And now I'm gonna do the sawing once again. And always remember to attach the board to the workbench. It will make the work much easier. And now I'm once again trying to imagine that I'm erasing the lines all over the board. There we go. And now we are halfway there. These are the 15 centimeters sides. And now I'm gonna cut a couple of a little bit bigger boards. I'm gonna saw two 20 centimeters boards. There's 20 centimeters there, 20 there, the 0 point here. And there's the mark for 20 centimeters. I'm gonna make sure there's no gap there. Line there. Little mark there so I can see it from this side. Line there. And there it is. Little mark also over there. And the last one here. Also in these 20 centimeters boards, make sure the lines attach at the end. And now I'm gonna cut the last part from this board. Here we go. And now the last one. We have the two 15 centimeters, one 20 centimeters, and I'm gonna move to the next board. From here I'm gonna measure the last one. Maybe I just measure it from there. It's a 0 point over there, 20 centimeters mark here. And with the square tool, we're gonna measure and make the lines to the last part of the dresser set chest sides. Almost there. I'm gonna attach it there. And here we go. And there we have it. This is the step one. We have two 20 centimeters long boards and two of these 15 centimeters long. And at the next step, I'm gonna show you how to make the sides and how to attach these. And now I'm gonna show you how to make the sides to the treasure chest. And the first thing we have to do is we have to decide what shape we'll do from our chest. It can be attached like this, or maybe it can be attached like this. I'm gonna make this type of chest this time. I'm gonna attach all the boards like this. So I'm gonna make two like L's, letter L's first. So I'm gonna add this smaller board, the 15 centimeter board, on the top of the 20 centimeters board. So I will attach this one here. I'm gonna use these others as a little helpers, and I have to attach it here. And the one thing that is quite tricky with students is that where they are gonna hit the nails, because they should get the nails on the center of this board, which is lower there. It can't be like this, it can't be like this, or the wood will crack. So one simple trick is this. We know we're gonna put the nails here, and they should be centered here. So I'm gonna draw a line at this side of the board. I'm gonna put the nails. So it's straight there, and just a thin line. I'm gonna maybe show it like this so you will be able to see it. Thin line there. And this back here. And this is the same length here. So the first nail I'm gonna put here, maybe a couple of centimeters from that side, so it will be centered from this side and this line here. And then second nail on the other side, maybe 2 centimeters from here and on the center of this line and this line. And now I'm gonna know that it will be centered there. So I'm gonna use this one as a helper. I'm gonna put some wood glue there. My students call it the mayo. I don't know why. It might be garlic mayo or some normal mayo. Not sure, but let's just call it wood glue. So there's a small line there. I'm gonna put this one here and take a nail. Use some marking tool here, so make the little holes. Put the nail here, and at this point you have to make sure that you will nail them straight, because you don't want the nail coming out either sides of this lower board. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna put it straight there. If it somehow goes like this, you can maybe make it straighter from this side, and here we go. There's the first L, letter L. And now I'm gonna show you a little pro tip at this other attaching. I'm gonna put this one here once again. And now I'm gonna make those Dracula teeth. So I'm gonna measure, I'm gonna put nails here. This is the same depth, it's the same size. I'm gonna use this here. Just mark the lines. Here we go, and a line there. And now I know it's the same Same size there. I'm gonna put the nail points there, and then I'm gonna use the marking tool. Once again, make those little holes. It will be easier for the nails to drill in the wood. And then I will make sure that the nail is straight. And every once in a while I'm gonna watch when it comes through over there. There's the first Count Dracula tooth, and there's the another one, and it came from there. Here we go. It could be the snake tooth or Count Dracula tooth, but when the nails are already here, it makes the attaching a bit more easier. And there it is. I'm gonna put some wood glue there, just a small line. Here we go. And then we're gonna make sure that it's not like this and it's not like this, but they are straight there. And now, because we have these Dracula teeth there, those nails are already getting into the wood on the upper side, and just finish them like this. And there we have it. We have 2 letter L's. And the next thing is that we have to attach them like this. And also this one, you can, maybe it's the easiest way that we're gonna do those Dracula teeth. So now we know that we need nails there. So I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna use this as a marking tool. Line there. And 2 centimeters from the other side. Center here. And 2 centimeters from this side. And now I'm gonna, let's use this marking tool once again. We won't wanna forget that. And the nail is straight. Not yet. There we have it. Dracula teeth. And there's the other one. Okay, we have this. Those are there already. And the last nail marks we have to do here. So I'm gonna use just maybe this as a marking tool. Just making sure that they're all even there. This line there. And a couple of centimeters from that side and a couple of centimeters from that side and on the center of those. But now we have to do it like this. It might be tricky to make it happen if we have those Dracula teeth over here, because we have to hit the nails from this side. So maybe the last one, maybe we're just gonna do it like this, that we don't have to use the working bench anymore. We can just put this here. Put this on the top. Make sure all the lines are even. And here we go. And now we already have these marks here. Now we're gonna bend it a little bit just to get the, gonna do it this way, it's easier for me. Here we go, there goes the garlic mayo. And the amount of the mayo is actually just right when it's coming up from the sides, then you know you have enough. And then we have the nails. We use the marking tool. Here we go. And nail here. Make sure they're all even. Here we go on the last nail right now. Just gonna put it there. And there we have it. The sides of our treasure chest. Now we know that we have a couple of splinters here. So maybe at this point I'm just gonna sand it a little bit, and there's also those lines from the pencil when I did the measurements for the nails. We can also use the sandpaper to make them go away. And also if you want to, sorry about the noise. Remember that it is always easier to do the sanding with the sanding block and the sandpaper, and also attach the wood to the working table, so it makes it so much easier. And right now I'm also going with the lines, not across the lines. That's also important. Here we go, this side is done. Maybe a little bit on this side. Here we go. And the last one here. And there we have it. The treasure chest sides. At the next step I'm going to show you how to make the top and the bottom. Okay, now we're going to make the bottom and the top of our treasure chest. I know that every once in a while, even though I give my students all these measurements, they make different size of these boxes. So I normally never cut them, these bottoms and tops beforehand. I'm gonna always make like a individual of these. So I work like this, that I take the hardboard here, make it that it's the sides match there. I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to draw a line here, and the last one here. And to make it fit, we have to also mark it. I'm gonna put a letter T here, like Toni, and a letter T here, also like Toni. So I know when those letters meet, then it's the right part and it's rightly done. And we have the bottom there. I'm gonna show you later on what I'm gonna do with that. And now I know that this letter T here is the bottom. Now I'm gonna do the top on this side. And I'm gonna make these even here, this even here. And maybe on this side I'm gonna just make a round like O mark over here and a little O there. I'm gonna turn it, make those sides match again, and once again draw lines here. Here we go. So there. So now we have the top and the bottom there. For the student, it is quite tricky to cut themselves. If you have the right tools, you can do it. But today I'm gonna use those electric saw to cut these boards. And for you teachers, I also recommend this type of working because it makes the whole process so much easier for the youngster who are just getting into woodworks. Now I'm going to show you how to do this cutting. Okay, now we have these custom-made bottoms and tops here, and first thing I'm going to show you is that at this stage you can decide that if you want to paint it or if you want to attach the bottom here first. Normally my students, some of them would like to do some paint work here or just leave it like this at this stage and then like do the decoration afterwards. But now you can use your own like imagination that maybe you would like this is like a wooden canvas. You can show anything here or you can put some like whatever you have in mind and what kind of techniques you would like to normally use. But one thing I'm going to show you now is that this is the hard and it's plywood. This is the top, and we have the O letter over there. And now I'm gonna let those O's meet there. And now I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna attach it here because we're gonna make this like a sliding top. We're gonna put the screw here. I will show you afterward how it works. And then this is also one thing that I recommend your students to like try to use your imagination and your own thoughts. That you should decide what kind of a little knob you're gonna use there to make the sliding motion a little bit more easier. You can use any type of blocks you like, but I recommend you to just attach it somewhere on the other side than the screw is. I'm just gonna use this little round one, and attaching it's quite simple. I'm just gonna put a little bit wood glue here. Oh, there's too much. It's okay. We will survive. I'll just take a little bit off and let's put it there for a little moment. And I think I'm gonna put it there. Oops, I will use the clamp because the wood glue won't work unless there's a little bit pressure. Now here we go. We're gonna, at this glue, there's 20 minutes this drying time. We have to leave it there for 20 minutes. I'm gonna just take the extra glue off there and there. You could also use paper, but I don't have it right now. So I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna leave it there for a while, and I'm gonna show you how to attach the bottom. There's the T over there and there's the T over there, and then when those two letters meet, it's there correctly. And the other side it's smooth and the other side is a little bit rougher, so we're gonna use this smooth side that it should be on the inside of the treasure chest. Okay, and now I'm quite sure that when I start nailing this, we are going to use nails. It will be tricky that you can get the nails on the right part from the wood, because we have to always try to get the nails straight on the center of these woods. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. Now it's like this. I'm gonna just use it like this, just a small while, and put it there like this. and I'm gonna draw lines. I'm gonna move the pencil here on the sides. And then I'm gonna move it back. There's the T over there, T over there. And now we have those lines there. These are at the same level with these woods here. So I'm just gonna put it there. And now I know that I have to put the nails maybe here, here, here. They could be like 5 centimeters apart from each other's. And the first thing I'm gonna do is just use the garlic mayo again. I'm gonna put it here. I just hope that no one wants to use them with their hot dogs. Don't do it. It's not healthy for you. And here we go. It's over there, and I'm gonna use these nails that are 25 millimeters long, just the small nails. And if you want to, you can also mark all the nail points if you like. It should be also always on the center of this side and the line we have drawn. And you can also use the marking tool to make a little hole there. And one tip is that because it moves a little bit, this bottom here, one tip is that just attach one corner first. Make sure the lines are there. It's on the right spot. And here we go. There's the first one. But you know, it can still move like this. So I'm gonna attach the opposite side next. Gonna take a nail. Make sure I'm gonna hit it on the center. And they are also, one thing you have to keep in mind, that there's a nail over there which goes in maybe at this direction. So I'm not gonna put the next nail just on the top of the other one. Just gonna put it a little bit side there. Here we go. And now all the sides are leveled. There's one nail here, so it can't move anymore. So now I'm gonna just put attach all the other sides. Put a nail here. It's not on the same side as the nail there. Here we go. And the last corner here. The nail is over there, so I'm gonna put it here. And this is also good nailing practice, so I recommend you to put some more nails here, maybe 5 or 4 centimeters apart from each other. And also always make sure that you put the nail on the center of this line and this side, like maybe over there. Okay, there we have it. All the nails are on the right spot and the bottom is firmly attached. So next I'm going to show you how to attach the bottom of it. Okay, now we're going to attach the upper part. Now it's been 20 minutes. This knob is here. It's firmly there. And remember, in every part, also always do some sanding, because if you see that there's some surfaces that are not that smooth, you can also always take your sanding paper and use the sanding block here. Oh, here we go. That was a tricky sanding part. We're gonna do some sanding to make all the edges smooth. Here we go. We have another video actually where I'm gonna show you how to do the sanding, so you should always watch those our how to videos we are doing also here at Scandinavian School of Arts and Crafts. So hey, we have a O there, we have a O there, so I know that this is right like this. And now we are going to use the electric drilling machine, and we are also going to add the screw at this point. So we're going to attach the upper part of the treasure chest, and I'm going to put it here nice and firmly so the sides matches there. And before we do the drilling, make sure that the nail is over there, so it's right at this line here. So I'm not gonna screw the nail on the top of the nail there. I'm gonna screw there. I'm gonna just add it there, a little bit side from the nail there, but still we have to make sure that it centers with this wood here. And remember that always you have to have the hole you will make has to be a little bit smaller than your screw. You're gonna put it there. And then let's make a hole. Hey, at this point you should also use the marking tool. Here we go. So we can put it just on the right spot. And also at this point you have to make sure that it goes straight, because if it goes like this, it comes from the other side, out of the other side. So we're gonna make sure that it's there straight, and we're gonna make a hole. And actually I have a screw here and the top there. The other we're gonna make it happen quite simple here. And we are gonna put the screw here. Don't force it, just that it goes there gentle. And you don't have to and want to like put it like too tight there, because if it's too tight here, the other side will come up. So now we have it. Let's try it. Okay, now that's perfect. It's quite firmly, but you can still move it quite nicely. So that was the last part I'm gonna show you, because from now on it's your own imagination and use your own creativity that what kind of decoration you would like to add there. So hey, here we have it. That was our lesson here at Scandinavian School of Arts and Crafts. Here's the wooden treasure chest. Hey, see you next time. Bye bye.